Left behind. American teacher Marc Fogel of Montana tonight remains in a Russian penal colony. He was not part of today's prison swap that freed 24 other detainees. The 63-year-old was arrested in the Moscow airport in 2021. The reason? He had half an ounce of prescribed medical marijuana in his luggage. Prescribed medical marijuana. For that, he was sentenced to 14 years in prison. His sister Anne is out front now. And Anne, you and I have spoken over the years here. Would have hoped tonight would have been a very different conversation, but a senior administration officials telling us, and I'm quoting them, we absolutely wanted Marc to be included, but it just wasn't going to happen. How devastating is this day for you?
The last 36 hours have been gut-wrenching. We knew that something was going on yesterday from the news feeds, and we started calling our senators and the ambassadors that we knew and the State Department, and we really hoped that they were going to get Marc on the plane. We knew that it was going to be happening very quickly. But Marc called me yesterday morning, and when I realized that he was in Rybinsk, I knew that things were not going well, because he should have been gone. And it's been a roller coaster. It's been a roller coaster. No sleep. I feel like we've been kind of collectively stabbed in the back. Marc is, they've asked for his humanitarian release, but of course Russia does not release on humanitarian grounds and has had no history of ever doing that. And they're not really liking us very well anyway. So it's kind of insult to injury that he still has not been designated as wrongfully detained.
You and I have spoken about that over these years, and you've been pleading with the Biden administration because those words matter. There's a formal designation, wrongfully detained. It's official, and it's an important first step in terms of any kind of a release or a negotiation. They used the words today when talking about him, but that formal designation has not happened. Why not? Have they said anything to you, Anne, as to why?
No, and after multiple documents signed by Marc, by our family, they will not give us any adequate answers as to why he has not been designated as Brittany was. I mean, their cases are nearly identical.
Brittany Griner.
Same court, different sentences. Both were sentenced to the maximum. But there was a report given, a classified report given in June, and they didn't even really have the facts of the case straight. It's as if they have. Marc has been prioritized through this entire process. It's been one of the most frustrating times of my life, to not be heard or taken seriously. We don't have the NBA, and we don't have the Wall Street Journal backing us. And so Marc has been largely ignored, and he needs the designation because he needs real medical treatment. He's fallen multiple times. It's very cold where he is, and there's lots of ice, and things are just not going well for him. He spent the last month in a hospital where there are no doctors, but he's given multitudes of injections and not having any clear understanding of what they're giving him or why. And you can imagine how terrifying that would be.
And it's hard to imagine it, but we can all see the pain that you're in, your family's in. I know your 95-year-old mother, and our thoughts are all with you. I know in a day that is full of joy for other families, it's
Happy
important to
for the
see the
others.
pain that you are going through, your family. Thank you for sharing it.